Bada bum bum bum. Bada bum bum bum. What's up, guys? Let me readjust the camera here a little bit. Today we're going to be taking a look at Arcane's Codex. Oh, whoops. Creed's Codex, Arcane Secrets of the Summoners by Night Vision Creative. Um, I have purchased this off of Drive Through RPG. And yeah, we're going to look at the base class and one subclass today. I don't want to spoil the whole book, but I definitely want to look at it. And this is going to be a full in-depth class review. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right. Well, first things first. Here you see the gorgeous cover art. Oh, this is absolutely gorgeous. By Brian, by Brendan Jones Reb. I'm not even going to try to pronounce their last name. But the company is Night Vision Creative. So here's the credits. It's got a full-on class. That's what we're going to be looking at, the Summoner. And I'm thinking we're going to probably look at the Colossus subclass. It's got some spells and whatnot. We're not going to look at all of it. But basically just going to jump into the class and whatnot. So, oh, look at that gorgeous art, though. Oh, hold on. Is that double paged art? Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? I forgot about that. Wow, I have such a better memory. Okay, so we want an even spread real quick so I can show you this full blown art. Look at that, man. A summoner bringing forth this Colossus. So this is the reason I want to look at the Colossus. Look at this cool dang art, man. That is gorgeous. Alright, so we're going to go back to no spread. Zoom in a little bit. Alright, here we go. The Summoner class with its 7 subclasses and a new Warlock subclass is detailed in this section. Whether you want to adventure with a companion at your side, an angel watching over you, or a monstrous power of your patron in your back pocket, the options detailed below will provide the mechanics you need to make the character you want. Summoner. Rumors, always rumors, of summoners bring forth creatures of immense strength. Regardless of where you go, you hear the tales but never see the summons. I spent many years assuming I knew the bet. Okay, this is some flavor text. I'm not reading the flavor text. If you buy the book, feel free to read the flavor text. I think it's pretty damn cool. This is stuff that essentially would be like related to world building, but you know, that's flavor, so go ahead and make the flavor whatever you want. Creating a summoner. Um, oh wait, hold on. First of all, summoning is the action. Adventurers of all ilk search for companions on their journeys. The impetus for this pursuit can be wide ranging, including friendship, strategic battlefield strength, or a hunt for lost knowledge. Just like the variation driving this pursuit, the variation is how individuals interact with their ally can be diverse. Rangers explore the world and battlefield together with their beast. Warlocks can bring forth unwilling demons to help their conflict. Summoners single mindedly seek to empower a being more potent than themselves, focusing at their core on summoning. Summoners speed their actions, controlling and empowering these beings of immense strength, rather than trying to share the limelight with their summons like the Ranger. They let their powerful creature handle the heavy lifting because they spend their actions purposely maintaining precise control of their creation through complex arcane formula. They are not at risk of losing control like a warlock of their creature, winking out of existence like a wizard losing concentration. Summoner's acumen is second to none when it comes to summoning. Creating a summoner. Think about why your character chose to pursue the training of their mind as their top priority rather than that of their body or traditional forms of magic. For example, did you find yourself in a monastery pursuing a route of mindful meditation when you had an epiphany, allowing you to manipulate force magical energy? Or perhaps intense scholarly study led you to discover complex calculations you can use to manifest summoned creatures. On the other hand, maybe it was a life of crime, attempting to problem solve your way in or out of the world's most protected places that gave you the control you needed to push forward further and utilize the energy around you. Summoners pursue constant improvement of their capable minds Everything else is secondary. A summoner values their intellect and ability to apply their acumen with precise precision. Again, with the gorgeous art, man. Oh, a summoner using a complex formula to bring forth a mighty summon. All right. So, as stated, this is a full-blown class. This is going to be a bit of a longer video, but let's dive in, shall we? Hit points 1d8 per summoner level. Hit point at first level 8 plus your con mod. Hit point at higher level 1d8 or 5 if you choose average, plus your con mod per summoner level after first. Alright. You get light armor and shields proficiencies. Simple weapons. Alright. No tools. Saving throws of intelligence and constitution. I love the constitution saving throw. Choose 2 from Arcana, History, Investigation, Nature, and Religion for your skills. For your starting equipment, you get a light crossbow and 20 bolts, a component pouch or an arcane focus, a dungeoneer's pack or a scholar's pack, leather armor, and any simple weapon and a shield. Great. Level 1, Focused Power. Sorry about that. I apologize for any clicking you might hear from my keyboard and mouse. You've trained your mind to manipulate the energy around you and shape it to fit your immediate needs. This mental manipulation of force magic is represented by summoner points, which can be used for various class features. Saving throws. Some of your focused power abilities may require your target to make a saving throw to resist the effects. The saving throw DC is calculated as follows. 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your intelligence modifier. Great. Summoner points. You gain 1 summoner point per level. Starting at level 1, you can never store more summoner points than listed for your summoner level. You regain all summoner points when you finish a short or long rest. Multi-classing as a summoner. Whether you're looking for a companion and additional abilities that refresh on a short rest, or trying to fill an archetype that you have envisioned, the summoner has a lot of potential synergy with other classes. Prerequisites. To qualify for multi-classing into the summoner class, or take a level in another class if you already have a summoner, or if you already are a summoner, you must have intelligence score of at least 13. Proficiencies. You gain proficiency in light armor, shields, and simple weapons when you multi-class with this. So, yeah. Here we go. Summon creature. You can use your bonus action to spend 1 or more summoner points to summon a maximum of 2 creatures to an unoccupied space you can see within 60 feet. If you have 2 creatures created by the summon creature feature under your control, you cannot summon additional creatures using this feature. In combat, summon creatures share your initiative count but take their turn immediately after yours. They can move and use their reaction and bonus action on their own, but the only action they take on their turn is the dodge action. Once per turn as an action, you can mentally command any creature you have summoned to instead take an attack in its stat block or some other action. If you control multiple summons, you can command any or all of them at the same time. The summons must be within 100 feet of you for you to command them. The summons cost twice as many points as its CR. Creatures less than 1/2 CR still cost 1 summoner point. The summon disappears when it drops to 0 hit points. You drop to 0 hit points. You fall unconscious. You die. You take a short or long rest, or you dismiss your summon with a bonus action. Due to the limitations and highly complex calculations required with summoning creatures, there are restrictions to what you can do with your summon. If the creature has spellcasting, legendary actions, or lair actions, you cannot use them. You can't cast spells of first level or higher, nor concentrate on a spell while you control a summon. So if you multi-class with wizard, you can't cast first level or higher or concentrate while you have your summon out. You can still use cantrips though. That's important to note. I like that. If a summon is already capable of using a type of equipment, you can choose to equip them with similar equipment, requiring the same proficiency. For example, you could equip a hobgoblin with a +1 shield or plate following the donning and doffing rules. However, you would not be able to equip a spy with plate or a great axe, so there has to be something they can already use. Summons cannot attune the magic item. Love it. All right, summon cost per CR. Oh, hey, it gives you a nice little table. I love that. Love that. So let's say you wanted to summon a CR4, or summon a CR4, it's going to cost you 8 summoner points. So that's cool. Which means you would have to wait until level 8 to be able to summon CR4. Pretty cool. Summons known. Initially, summoners can only bring forth creatures from the mental formulation table found in this section. Mental formulation summons on page 52. So we'll have to go there. Throughout their travels, they will learn additional summoning formula, which will increase their available choices. So we have variant on summon known. If you have a specific creature in mind for your summoner, have a conversation with your game master to see about learning that creature. This could come in the form of a quest to the homeland of these creatures. Perhaps you start with enough knowledge to research wargs and goblins from when they ransacked your village and kidnapped your brother. Maybe you found an ancient text about Azure and just need help translating the last piece. Alternatively, you could work with the game master to build a list of summons known based on your background, skill proficiency, or character traits. Depending on the resources you use at your table, the style of the campaign, or similar considerations, there may be a specific creature the game master will not allow. Learning additional summons. Once summoners have mastered their basic summoning skills, they are often interested in pursuing different, more varied creatures. Some summoners build out their prize notebook full of notations, sketches, and mathematical proofs. Others commit their summon formula to memory, fearing their knowledge falling into the wrong hands. Regardless of how they store their precious summon formulas, summoners have 3 routes to learn new formula. Combat. While engaged in combat, you may attempt to create a summoning formula immediately by analyzing the direct demonstrations of the creature's ability, characteristics, and physiologies. As a bonus action, you may attempt an investigation check. So it would pay to have investigation, proficiency, and maybe even expertise if you can manage to get it. DC 15 plus the CR of the creature rounded down. On a successful check, you've put together a workable formula to summon the creature. If you fail, you are unable to make a check against the same type of creature until you finish a long rest. However, you have enough information to utilize the research method. So even if you fail, you can research to learn. Nice. Forgive me on the coughing. Observation. When not in combat with a creature, you may attempt to learn the intricacies of a creature through direct observation. This requires 1 minute of concentrated examination of a creature. Where was I? 1 minute of concentrated examination of a creature within 30 feet of you. You may then make an investigation check. DC 50, again, same DC. On a successful check, you've determined a working formula to summon the creature. If you fail, you are unable to make a check against the same keeper, and however, you gather enough information to use the research method. Depending on the circumstances, attempting to observe a creature uninterrupted for 1 minute may result in negative consequences at the GM's discretion. Always love the GM control stuff. Absolutely. Research. Using research materials such as books, mentors, and your own experience in combat or observations, you could solve a summoning formula for a creature identified in this material. This process takes 2 hours per CR. Minimum of 2 hours. So if you're trying to summon a CR4, it's going to take you 8 hours to learn, which means 1 whole long rest of not sleeping, meaning gaining a level of exhaustion. I think a level of exhaustion for learning a CR could be worth it. Or you could, I'm assuming you could split this up. Like, it doesn't need to be all at once. So you could take like 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, so on and so forth. All right. Preparing summons. You always have the mental formulation summons prepared. In addition, you may prepare a list of summoning formula that you have learned. To do so, choose a number of summoning formula equal to your intelligence modifier plus half your summoner level. Minimum of 1 summon. You could choose your list of prepared summon formula when you finish a long rest. You could change your list of prepared summon formula when you finish a long rest. Preparing a new list of summon creatures requires time reviewing your summon proofs, calculations, and theorems. At least 1 minute per CR level of each creature on your list. Controlling your summon. To provide a unique feel for your summoner, you can describe how you use your action to command your summon. For example, perhaps you have tattooed your summoning formula onto your body. Okay, so this is just kind of like advice and whatnot on flavor and whatnot. Adding details to describe how you use your power doesn't modify or limit how the features work, but it can provide a level of immersion that adds to the experience. I absolutely love that. Snap decision. You could spend 1 summoner point to take the disengage or dodge action as a bonus action on your turn. Love it, love it, love it. Spellcasting. Okay. As a key manipulator of magical energy, you have developed the ability to cast rudimentary spells. Cantrips. At first level, you know 2 cantrips of your choice from the summoner spell list. You learn additional summoner cantrips of your choice at higher levels, as shown in the cantrips known column of the summoner table. Spellcasting ability. Intelligence is your spellcasting ability for your summoner cantrips, since you learn the spells by applying formula and casting. In addition, you use your intelligence modifier when setting the save and throw DC. So DC here is for 8 plus your proficiency plus your intelligence, and then your attack modifier is proficiency plus your intelligence. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You can use an arcane focus or spellcasting focus for your summoner cantrips. Okay. Summoner cantrip list. Here are the cantrips available to the summoner. If the spell is followed by an asterisk, it is added as part of this book. Acid Blast, Aegis, Extended Reach, Mage Hand, Minor Illusion, Phoenix Wings, Poison Spray, Prestidigitation, Reaper's Fist, Spike, Spook. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. A very small list there, but not a bad one by any means. I mean, Mage Hand pretty powerful, Prestidigitation pretty powerful, and there are plenty of ways to get other cantrips. I mean, just a quick example: Magic Initiate. Pick Wizard, take Firebolt or whatever cantrip you want. It's intelligence, great little thing there. Force Augments. Second level feature, the more time you spend manipulating force energy, the more accurate your calculations become. Finally, you have reached a level of knowledge that allows you to amplify your cognitive control in various fashions. Choose 2 force augments detailed in the force augment section. So we'll go ahead and right click this, open that in a new tab, so that way we can just look at that here in a minute. On page 42, as you gain summoner levels, you will unlock access to additional augments as shown in the augments known column of the summoner class table. Some force augments have a prerequisite to master the augment. You must meet the prerequisites to use that augment. For example, if the prerequisite is a level, you must be of that summoner level or higher. Anytime you gain a level in Summoner, you could choose to replace one of your known force augments with another with which you meet the prerequisites. Alright, cool. Enhanced Summon, also at level 2. You gain the ability to create enhanced versions of a summon. This is often referred to as an enhancement when you summon a creature, or as a bonus action. Your proficiency. You could spend additional summoner points up to your proficiency bonus to increase the AC attack, bonus damage, bonus to damage rolls. Attack bonus, bonus to damage rolls, saving throw DC if actable, and saving throw bonus by the number of additional summoner points spent. Each point spent on enhancements is specific to a single creature. If you wanted to enhance 2 summons, they enhance based on how many additional points you spent per summon. This lasts until you take a short or long rest or the summon disappears. For example, if you have 12 summoner points, you can spend 8 of them to summon 2 black dragon wormlings, and then an additional 4 to enhance both wormlings twice, giving them one of the following choices, or 2 of the following choices, essentially. So an armor class of 19, which would be +2 from the enhancements, +6 to hit, +2 from each of the enhancements. Okay, so yeah, pretty basic stuff here, which I personally think is great. A little bit complicated for a newer player, but for somebody who's been playing for a while, not bad at all. Not reading the. Ooh, that is some gorgeous and freaky looking art. Alright, a convergent unleashing a minor cataclysm with points of convergence. Okay, that looks pretty potent. Point of convergence. Oh, hey, speaking of that. Third lever summoner feature. Your focus has become razor sharp. Where others can direct their mind to a task, you can push your intellect past your body's limits for a short burst and make mental connections others are incapable of. When you spend 1 or more summoner points, you can choose to gain 1 additional summoner point added to your total, being spent by tapping the power of convergence. You must roll on the convergence table on page 48 and determine the outcome before the expenditure of your points take effect. You regain the use of this ability once you've completed a short or long rest. For example, if you have 3 summoner points, you could choose to use the point of convergence feature and spend 4 summoner points to bring forth a CR2 creature. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Your subclass is known as a field of study. You get features at 3rd level, 6th level, 10th level, and 17th level. Okay, cool. Ability score improvements, classic. You get it at 4th, 8th, 12th, 16th, and 19th, choosing to increase your ability scores by 1 for 2 of scores, or 2 by 1 score, or you could take a feat. Cool. Enlist Logic, 5th level summoner feature. Often the best route to success is not through working harder, but hold on, but working smarter. Nice. You could choose to give yourself an additional bonus equal to your intelligence modifier when you make an ability check employing your logic to circumnavigate the obstacle. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier, regaining all uses when you take a long rest. Organized memory. Cognitive overload. 7th level feature. Controlling a summoner takes an extreme amount of mental acuity. On your turn, you can choose to amplify the speed you process information and mentally command your summon with a bonus action. You gain 1 level of exhaustion each time you use this feature. If you can't gain exhaustion, you are unable to gain this feature. Okay, that's kind of brutal. I get why they did it for balancing purposes. But maybe you could take, if you can't gain exhaustion, you could take some psychic damage. This is something I'd probably do as a homebrew thing at my table of like you take maybe 10 psychic damage. I don't know. Because it is a 7th level feature, so some psychic damage, it's going to hurt a little bit, but it's not going to be that bad. And because locking you out of a class feature completely just because you can't get exhaustion is kind of wrong. They could have had an alternative. In my opinion, again, I liked the class. I'm not bashing the creator in any way, shape, or form. I love their work. Absolutely love it. But like some psychic damage to be able to use it if you can't get exhaustion, I think that would be okay. 11th feature, Mind Barrier. You have spent so much time applying logic to all circumstances that you have become immune to the charmed, frightened, and stunned conditions as you can reason out of them instantly. Oh, I love that. That's pretty cool. Organized Memory, 14th level feature. You have unlocked discrete access to your memory. You can recall everything you have ever read. When you make an intelligence ability check that relies on knowledge you acquire through reading, you do so with advantage. Okay, that's pretty cool. Also, I love the art. That's actually pretty cool. Here's the vibes of each of them, kind of. Resourceful Mind, 20th level feature. Okay, just scroll through the page to make. Okay. When you roll for initiative, you regain 4 summoner points, up to your maximum of 20. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. Means you're always going to gain. It means you're always going to regain 4 summoner points. Let's see. Your summoner points refreshed on a short or long rest. So you probably will never be below 0. I mean, if you are, then ouch. Like at higher levels, 4 isn't going to do much, but it's still a good little capstone. Not the best, but definitely not the worst. Fields of study. All right, so we want to go straight to the Colossus because that's the one we're going to look at. But before we look at the Colossus, we're going to look at the... Oh, crud. Hold on. I did the spreads again. We're going to look at the... Force augments, at least a couple of them. Aegis of the Elders. The temporary hit points granted by the Aegis cantrip are now equal to twice your level plus your intelligence modifier. Okay, cool. Behemoth. We could definitely read this because it requires the Colossus subclass. You choose to increase the size of your summon up to a size of gargantuan. What? You can choose to increase the size of your summon up to a size of gargantuan and increase the health of your summon by your summoner level. Holy crud. So as a Colossus, you could summon a gargantuan if you take this force augment. That's nice. All right, here we go. Constant companions. Your summons creatures no longer must disappear when you take a short or long rest. Instead, any summon created from the summon creature feature can regain all lost hit points at the completion of a short or long rest. However, you do not regain the summoner points required to sustain that creature. So if you spend like 10 summoner points to summon it and it stays, then you don't regain those 10 summoner points when you finish that short or long rest. If a point of convergence is required, you must immediately roll on the convergence table upon completion of the rest in order to maintain the summons. Summons, yeah, because you can have one or more. Okay, cool. Constructive criticism. When a creature fails an ability check, you can use a reaction to tell them a better way to accomplish the task. They gain advantage on their next ability check, but may become hostile towards you at the GM's discretion. A creature must finish a long rest before it can be affected by this feature again. Well, that's if it's like an NPC, right? What if you what if you do this to like an ally? Like, hey, my guy, this is a better way to do that. I think at that point the player would decide whether or not the character's angry at you, and I just love that. That's a cool little feature. Creature displacement, 6th level prerequisite. Choose a summon you can see. As a bonus action, you could switch places with the summon. If the spaces you or the summon are arriving in are unoccupied, you arrive in the nearest or are occupied. I mean, you arrive in the nearest unoccupied space. Yo, so if you're trying to be like a sneaky kind of character or whatever, right? And you're on like a rooftop or something else, right? You have your summon on the other side of a fence or something that you can't climb yourself, but you can maybe like fly or something. I don't know. Uh, there's a lot of ways you could use that to your advantage for exploration, and I absolutely love that. Gonna ignore that one because it's the horror subclass. Elemental Fury! As a bonus action, you can imbue your summons with elemental power. Choose an element from acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder. Your summons gain resistance to that element, and the damage type changes to the chosen element. This lasts until you dismiss it as a bonus action or take a short or long rest. That's quite nice, actually. Energy rebirth. Oh, wait, that's a different subclass. Enhanced Sense. You can spend one summoner point and a bonus action to enhance one of your senses. Until you complete a short or long rest, you gain advantage on any checks you make with the Enhanced Sense. That's quite nice. That's actually not bad. Environmental Model. With your extensive experience combined with a keen intellect, you can build statistical models in your head. You could choose to be informed of the DC of a check before you or one of your party members attempt the challenge. You can also choose to spend one summoner point to gain advantage on the check. You can use this ability a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier with all expenditures refreshing on a long rest. So if a DM allows this class and allows this force augment, they're essentially saying, hey, up to a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier per long rest, you could have me tell you what the DC you need to meet here is. Okay, that's not bad. Gonna ignore that because it's subclass specific. Experience danger. You have advantage on detecting any illusion spells or traps that you have encountered previously. Okay, neat, neat, neat. Far flung vision. You increase your summoning distance to 100 feet. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Forceful intellect. You gain proficiency in history and investigation. If you engage in a game of skill, you have advantage on any checks you need to make. Neat, 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 neat. Oh. Harvest Resonance, prerequisite of 6th level. When you dismiss a summon as a bonus action, you can harvest the remaining force magic and form it into a shield. One target of your choice that you can see gains a shield of temporary hit points equal to your intelligence arcana check as you attempt to save remnants of your summon. The temporary hit points last until the target completes a short or long rest. Life Siphon. When you or a summon damages another creature, you could use your reaction to choose one creature of your choice that you could see to be healed for an amount equal to your intelligence modifier. You could do this a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, beginning all uses when you finish a long rest. Holy crud, how many more of these? Okay, so I'm not reading all the rest because this is a lot of reading already. And I don't know how long this video is gonna be, and I don't want to make it too long. So we're gonna go ahead and now look at the Colossus, which we're gonna look at the art here. Boop, 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 boop. Wow, look at that. That I'd say that's probably a halfling. Maybe a gnome. Colossus commanding their summon. That's pretty cool. All right, so here we go. The Colossus. Some summoners, cred didn't. There we go. Some summoners choose to focus on a single immensely powerful summon. Because of the undivided focus, these summoners can enhance the single summon to heighten its power to truly monumental levels. Summoners choosing the Colossus field of study are naturally drawn towards reaching the most dangerous monsters they can find. Precision Strike. At third level, when you have a single summon and they roll a critical hit, roll all of the attack's damage 4 times rather than the standard 2 times. Holy crud. That is potent. Sorry, you hear my dog itching in the background. Zelda, stop itching. And there you hear her shaking her collar. Environmental adaptation at 6th level. You learn how to adapt your summon to changing situations. With 1 minute of uninterrupted focus, you could change your summon into a new summon of equal CR or lower without spending additional summoner points. Your new summon hit points are equal to the old summon hit points or the new summon's hit points maximum, whichever is lower. You can do this a number of times equal to your intelligence modifier. You regain all uses upon the completion of long rest. So something I gotta talk about. Monkey DM talked about this in a YouTube short. The proficiency bonus per long rest thing on classes kind of makes no sense because of multi-classing and stuff like that. It kind of ruins the immersion. I think have it being equal to your intelligence modifier and whatnot makes more sense because then it's like tied to to something more specific, or even like time. One that I would like to experiment with a little bit on like creating a subclass and stuff might be like equal to 1/4 of your level in this class or something, so that way multi-classing is like a little bit more of a detriment, because as it stands right now, multi-classing is too easy in 5e and there's not really that much penalty for it other than like missing out on capstones, and some of the capstones are when you miss out on them. Empathetic Link at 10th level. When you or a summon take damage, you can choose to each take half of the damage instead, rounded down. This feature occurs after any resistances or vulnerabilities are taken into effect from the initial target. Okay, that's nice. Kinetic Energy. At the start of your summon's turn, each creature of your choice within 30 feet of the summon takes your intelligence modifier force damage. Surfaces within 30 feet of the summon are considered difficult terrain. Kinetic Energy is only active when you have a single summon. Whoa. Okay, that's a hell of a good subclass feature. I'm going to read this little one. Singular Focus. Spending time amongst the Colossus, I got the clear impression that the bigger the better. Cragstone set me straight, though. When he showed me his summon, Stickforth, that the Colossus focus on a single summon, not necessarily just an enormous one. Stickforth was evidently based on a rudimentary drawing that Cragstone made when he was a child. Living in the mostly abandoned dead Tara Hollow, underground cave system of his dwarvish ancestors. As he tells it, he clearly had a natural ability and summoned a version of Stickforth that nobody else could interact with at a young age. One day there was a partial cave-in, and when Cragstone summoned Stickforth, the drawing took a physical form, moving rubble out of the way to free those trapped within. As Cragstone has grown in power, he's kept his Stickforth the size of a medium humanoid, preferring to maintain the essence of his childhood friend. He just continues to increase Stickforth's power through enhancements. Watching the asymmetrical stick figure hobble past me and nonchalantly punch through stolid stone was alarming on many levels. Alright, that's pretty cool. Now, something I do gotta look into here real quick with the base class is, does this require concentration? Does this not require concentration at all? I don't think having a summon requires concentration. I'm not... To spend 1 or 2 summoner points a maximum. Combat share initiative count. Yeah, I don't see anything here about it saying concentration. Oh, wait. Or concentrate on a spell while you control a summon. That says specifically concentrate on a spell, though. So I think I just found a really interesting power build here a little bit. And it does relate to the Colossus. So the Colossus's feature here of the empathetic link here, right? If you're a totem bar barbarian Colossus summoner multi-class, and I'm gonna ask the creator of this because I'm in their Discord server. I'm gonna ask them if I'm right on this working. I could be wrong, so take this with a grain of salt here. But this applies after any resistance or vulnerabilities are taken into effect. So if you are, let's say, a Colossus summoner, totem bear barbarian multi-class, only level 3 is a barbarian, and you're raging, if I'm correct and you could still summon your Colossus and whatnot, then that's potent. But this is the summoner. I definitely love it. I'm looking forward to using it in my games, or asking my DM if I could use it because it's an awesome little class. It's pretty damn cool. If you want to pick it up, it is on Drive Through RPG. Let me just go ahead and open up Drive Through RPG here. Drive Through RPG. Let's go to Creed's Codex, Arcane Secrets of the Summoner. This is not the right one. This is the preview that was for it. Here it is. You can get it currently for $24.98 on Drive Through RPG. I highly recommend it. It was very, very cool. It's got other things to it too. So we'll look at the in the contents page here, so that way you can know all of what we didn't look at. It's got some magic items. It's got some feats and whatnot. It's got some spells that they added to the book. It's got a couple other subclasses, obviously. The Evolutionist is one that I highly recommend picking the book up for. I might do a review on it in a separate video. I didn't want to do everything in one video. But yeah, that's the Summoner by Night Visions Creative. Definitely take it and check it out, man. It's well worth the money, in my opinion. A whole new class for 5e. I know a lot of people aren't wanting to play D&D anymore because of the OGL situation going on. In my opinion, I'm still going to do it and still play 5e to support the third-party creators who have created stuff and are continuing to try to create stuff. And even if they do make a new OGL, nothing says I have to continue supporting Wizards of the Coast. I can still play 5e with the content I have. I have so many third-party books already, PDFs and stuff like that, that I could play for the rest of my life with just 5e if I really feel like it. That being said, let me switch this. That being said, this was the review of the Summoner. If you're interested in checking it out, again, only $24.99 on Drive Through RPG. Definitely worth it, in my opinion. Peace out, y'all. Do 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 do.